How are we doing, Bullies? Welcome back to another Shroomy TV video. Right now, it's getting into the middle of June now, in roughly 4 months from where month 47 should come, and that would be a Bitcoin bottom. Now, if we look at the previous 4-year cycles, from the low in 2015, if we measure it out from the low to the next low, it was 47 months. Now, a typical 4-year cycle on Bitcoin. Now, a typical 4-year cycle on Bitcoin, which everyone's been saying isn't the case, there's no 4-year cycle. This is clear evidence. Now, from the low in 2015 to the low in December, it was 47 months. If we then go from that low in the bear market of 2018 to the low of the bear market in 2022, another 47 months. Now, we can also see that if we go from that low and we were to go 47 months, it doesn't need to be 47 months, but if it is again, that would take us to the start of October when we would expect a bottom for Bitcoin. And just a quick one, I have changed my community, which I'm starting up, to £50 a month, which I think is incredible value. We're coming into the 4-year lows, as I've just said. Coming to the 4-year lows where there's about 3-4 months paying ahead of us before what is hopefully going to be another 3 years of upside, like we've seen the last 3 cycles. 3 years of upside on Bitcoin, where Bitcoin rallies 12,000%, where Bitcoin rallies 20x, and where Bitcoin rallies 7x. And during those periods of time, when Bitcoin's going up so much, a rising tide lifts all boats, and the rest of the crypto market should rise with it. Loads of crypto stocks should rise with it, and it'll be an exciting time to be in the market. And if you're looking to learn, take advantage, and have someone to have 24-hour access to and learn and ask questions, have one-to-one calls, I'm going to offer that for £50 a month, and the link will be in the bio as well, and you can get started. So yeah, that is what I'm offering, a little Discord community from this bear market, from these lows where everyone's given up, everyone's capitulated, and I'll be looking to take advantage in the market. In the 4-year cycle that we've been going on about on this channel for such a long period of time now, and we can also see the last 3 peaks have also been month 35 of the 4-year cycle, which is just remarkable. So for example, if we take this low, assuming it's month 47 for example, and we go another 35, that would take us to here, which would be September in 2029. September 2029 is when we would expect the next 4-year cycle high, which I reckon could be above 200k. So if we just put these in, there's absolutely no guarantees, but it'll be roughly around this area. I would reckon that we would get a bottom around month 47 later this year, and then blast up to a 4-year high in 2029. Again, roughly month 35. If we look at history, in 2013 it was month 33, in 2017 it was month 35, 2021 month 25, and in 2025 month 35, sorry. And then the lows month 47. Obviously, 4 years, if we take that, 12 times 4 would be 48. So again, if that was actually to be month 48, a typical 4-year cycle would be month 48. So it wouldn't actually be here. It would be a bit longer. Month 48 would be here. So just move that along one. And that would be obviously November. So we'll see what happens if we get a bottom around October, November this year. You cannot deny the 4-year cycle if you look at this chart and you see the monthly counts. And again, we'll put the magnet up here for that high. Obviously not the price indication. I would reckon about 200k at least next cycle with money printing and QE. So it's about enduring the next. Let's see what month we're on right now. As it stands, we are on month 43. So about 4-5 months left. Get the bottom. We start basing out, and off we go. So four months left of the pain. We've already endured. So far, we've already endured from month 35 so far. 8 months of pain. So assuming it's 12 months of pain, 8 months of pain, we're already 66. Let's type this out, guys. 66.67% of pain endured. Time to start buying again soon. That is simple. It's getting more positive. We're getting near that typical 4-year cycle low later this year. And yeah, if we can see on the fib, anywhere below that 0.786 fib, the 40,000 area on Bitcoin is where I'm looking to get in. Again, as we've seen in previous cycles, from this low to that high, just below the 0.786, below 4K in here on month 47. Again, from this low to this high, again in here, just below 0.786 fib, just below 18K on month 47, the 4-year cycle. And then again, from this low to that high, the fib, it would take us just below 40,000. And that is exactly what I'm looking on the channel. So if you're new here, smash that subscribe button. If you're a subscriber already, hit that like button. And yeah, hopefully you found this video useful. Yeah, just simplifying it for everyone to see that the 4-year cycle, we get the bottoms around that, so it would be month 48. Obviously, you can get it earlier, you can get it later, a weekly cycle earlier, or a weekly cycle later, and that's month 46, so 2 months before, 47 month before, 47 month before, 48 potentially, and every high is basically month 35. Again, if you go from cycle low to high, we can also see, so the midpoint from this low to that high would be month 24. So if we measure that out, where's month 24? Okay, so month 24 is right in here. This white line, you can see, I'll change the colour, make it a bit more obvious. Let's make it green, let's make it thicker. Right in here, that would be the mid-cycle. So you can see the highest point of that from the low in 2018 to the low in 2022 bear market. The high was up here. It was month 35, which is right translated, which is bullish. So that's good. This cycle, month 35, right translated bullish, 33, left, right translated bullish, and this one we just had was right translated and bullish, which makes me more bullish for the next cycle, which we are expecting sometime around November at the end of the year. As I said, basically 70% through the bear market now. And yeah, looking to take advantage out these lows. And if we just look at the 2022 bear market versus 2026 bear market, overlaying basically, essentially, this fractal here from the high in 2021 to the bear market and the breakout, and we overlay it onto the current price action we've seen from the 2025 high back in October to the bear market low. That's kind of what we're expecting in here, price action like this. And you can see it's not copying candle for candle, we wouldn't expect that, but the theory is the same. And we would just expect probably a sweep of the 0.76 fib below 40,000, something like this in here before breaking up. And that is what I expect to repeat, like we've seen the last 2 cycles, getting below the 0.76 fib.